Hello everybody, so I am making another video on my updated 23andMe results that recently came my way. Um, this recently came to me, actually this happened to me today. I got a very minute update like a day or two ago, and then today it like updated a whole lot more. So as you're seeing right now, what we're seeing is 16.4% right now British and Irish. That's a lot of British and Irish in my blood. That's a lot. That's a lot. 24.7 Nigerian, 18.6% Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean. And these percentages have gotten lower, some of them. So what I want to show before I get into everything is I want to show you guys the very minute update they gave me compared to this one I got today, and I'll explain the minute differences. So before the update, this was literally the minute thing that I got. So here they have me at 78.3% African. All they did was take from the African. So the African went from 78.4 to 78.3. So it went low. It got lower, pretty much. And what happened other than that was, you got all the, I'm not going to read all of this because this is, I don't want this video to be too long. But pretty much they put it to the European. They put European 19.1%, and pretty much that added to British and Irish 10.2%, which was Greater London, United Kingdom. And then they had Scandinavian, which was 0.1%, Southern European, which was 1.2%, Spanish Portuguese, it's 1.2%, and then broadly European, which was 1.3%. And then you have East Asian Native American, which was 1.7%, and then Native American was 1%, and then Chinese and Southeast Asian was 0.5%, and all of that, okay? And then you had trace ancestry, which was broadly Central and South Asian 0.1, North African 0.1, and then unassigned was 0.7, which is a very big unassigned amount, in my opinion, because it really shows a chunk in your pie chart. So then you go to after update. This happened today, actually, or I assume today. It says hold on. It says the 12th, so it didn't get to me until today. So now it says I am 78.7% African, West African 61.3%, which is Nigerian 24.7%, Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean 18.6%, Senegambian and Guinean 4.7%, broadly West African 13.3%, Congolese and Southern East African 16.3%, Angolan and Congolese 15.4%, broadly Congolese and Southern East African 0.9%, African hunter-gatherer, which is 0.4%, and broadly Sub-Saharan African, which is 0.7%. We got European, which is 19.4%, which is Northwestern European, which we had British and Irish was at 10.2%. Now we got British and Irish out 60.4%, which is a big jump. So almost 7%. And that's 16.4%, and that's Greater London, United Kingdom. Then we have French and German, which is 0.8%. So now we have French and German showing up, which makes sense because of the Creole and everything, and my mom being 1.9%. I was bound to get some of that, whether it was 0.1 or whatever. So 0.8, that makes sense. Then we have broadly Northwestern Europe, which is 1.6%. Now, my Southern European went down a lot. So it went from 1.2% to 0.6% Spanish and Portuguese, which is still there. Makes sense. But my mom is 0.6% Spanish and Portuguese. So I got her exact amount. Well, not her exact amount. I got a little bit from her and my dad, but I'm the same amount of Spanish Portuguese that she is, depending on then however it was separated between her parents, my grandparents or whatever, or my grandfather. Then East Asian Native American 1.6%, and Native American went up to 1.1%, and Chinese Southeast Asian 0.5%, and that's complete. All of that is Indonesian, Thai, Khmer, and Myanmar. My unassigned is 0.3%, and I have no trace ancestry. So there's been a lot of, this was a big change in my results, which I really like this result because I feel like it's a little more accurate. And it gives me a better understanding of my results. But one thing that kind of scares me is now that I got this update, I wonder now if I should even do the V5 chip update, because I feel like if I do the V5 chip update, it'll probably mess up this update right here, because I feel like it'll either give me, you know, it'll just mess up my percentages. It'll mess up my European percentage and it won't be as accurate. It'll mess up my Native American percentage and it won't be as accurate. And it'll also may give me more unassigned that doesn't need to be there, just because I took a whole nother test. And it may give me other trace regions of things that I don't have in my bloodline actually, and then they're going to disappear later on in the future, you know. So I just feel like maybe I should hold out on the V5 chip, even though I already bought it. Maybe, I think it lasts for like a year. You could have it for like a year, the whole 23andMe kit. So I think what I will probably do is I will either get a refund, because it hasn't even been shipped yet, or I could just hold it out until like maybe next December in 2021 or something. I don't know, because I just don't want to mess anything up, and I don't want to like mess up these results, because they're a lot better than before, and they're kind of more of what I was looking for. And I don't want to take another test and then it be like, I don't know, just something totally different, and me have to sit here and have a big chunk of unassigned, and then have a whole bunch of stuff that just I get more upset than happy, and I'm really happy with this. So I don't know. This is kind of why I did the V5 chip, why I was going to do it, because I wanted to get exactly this right here. So maybe I just don't need to do it, or maybe I should do it, because maybe if I do the V5 chip, maybe I'll get an even more accurate result of things. So I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me, you know, how you feel about that situation in the comment section. But I did want to show you like some things. Let me see. Let me drink some of this tea too, because this tea is like, ugh. I don't want it to get, you know. Excuse me, please. So if you go to my mom, hello, mother. Okay. And yes, confirm that this is my mother. So it has me and her. For her result, like you already know her result, but it's just her unassigned is 0.2. But I'm trying to figure things out here, because there's other relatives that I want to go to and show you guys their stuff. But if I go down to like my parents, oh, that's okay. I need to get out of here, period. Sorry if the camera's everywhere. I'm not really trying to really show anything really. So Andrea, my first cousin, she got like, and this may be from her father's side, not her mother, my Aunt Jerry. My South Asian is gone. My North African is gone. And I had a feeling South Asian comes in and out of my results. It doesn't really ever really stay. But if you look at her trace ancestry, she got Peninsular Arab, which is 0.2. She got Southern Indian and Sri Lankan, which is 0.1. She got Coptic Egyptian, which is 0.1. Hers up to October 17th of 2020. Her unassigned is 0.3. See, I have no trace ancestry at all. So everything that's in my bloodline that's showing is completely in my bloodline. It's not a trace. And if it's not a trace, that means it's high enough to be in my bloodline, to be accurate, and to be, it's a good enough amount of blood in my veins for it to say that I am that. So if you leave out of here and you go to back to me, because I was going to go to my cousin Eddie, but I'm just not going to worry about him, because what he has to offer really is nothing. No offense to him, but it's just not That man's pretty much almost 100% African, and I have nothing to compare with his. So if you go down to my parents and you look at what I received from both of them, like pretty much my dad is if you look at this right here, my biological father was almost 100% African, because it's you're 5.7% European, and then if you go down, which makes sense because I believe, that's what they were. There's nothing wrong with it, but that's what they were. His 5.7% European compared to my mom. He had pretty much British and Irish, and then he had a little bit of Spanish and Portuguese in him, which I wonder where that came from, And then his East Asian Native American, he was 0.1, and there was no Native American in his bloodline. 0.1% Chinese and Southeast Asian. 0.1% Chinese and Southeast Asian. And I didn't even get Chinese. Well, see, there we go. Indonesian, Thai, Khmer, Myanmar, so that makes sense now. But look at my mother. 35.9%. And then you got all this, the African blood and stuff like that. And then you've got 13.7% European I got from her. You got the French and German, 0.8, which makes sense. 11.1% British and Irish. Southern European is 0.2, so she didn't really have... I got 0.2% Southern Europe from her, but she's more than 0.2. And then all my Native American came from her, like all of it. Like every drop I got was from her. like was stated before in the other videos. And then Chinese, Southeast Asian, all of that majority I got from her, which was 0.4. So I mean, it's just interesting, but it's sad that I can't connect my father because it's just sad. I wish I would have got him tested in time before he died, But anyways, that's my video. Please let me know down in the comments about the V5 chip, if I should do it or not. I don't think I'm going to. I don't know. I'm just a little skeptical. I don't want to do it and then mess up this beautiful portrait of my results. Like, I just don't want to mess it up. So I don't want to get any trace ancestry again. I don't want any of that, because then that's just going to leave a gap. It's going to leave a gap in my pie chart. So yeah. All right. Bye, guys.